So our rooftop unit here, I think it has a bad thermostat, but I've jumpered the R to the W1 terminal, and when it tried to bring on the spark, it tripped the 24 volt transformer. Okay, that time it was fine. I think it just kicked into second stage heating too. So the unit is fine. It is the thermostat downstairs that's bad. Thankfully, I have a multi-stage 2 heat, 2 cool programmable thermostat. I had originally told them that the thermostat seemed to be going out earlier this summer because like the thermistor's kind of messed up, but they didn't want me to replace it, so I ordered this and just had it on my truck ready to go. You should have one of these anyway, because for commercial it's pretty common to have a Y1, Y2 situation. They're with the main blower. But anyway, we're gonna go put this in and then they'll probably be good to go. Here's a look at the old thermostat wiring, and you can see the first and second stage cooling and heating as well. So I put in the new thermostat. It does actually bring on the heat now. It brought on both stages of heat, which is good. However, it just tripped the fuse thing again. So let me show you what I'm finding here. So I'm gonna check continuity to ground. Obviously, common, we're gonna have continuity, but we shouldn't really have continuity on these others. So we've got it on R. Nothing, nothing, nothing. W, we're getting weird readings. W2, we're getting weird readings. So, because the thermostat right now is, it's calling in such a way that it's, you know, it's got the R and the W1 and W2 all together. So we really should disconnect those and see which of those terminals actually has the short, because right now it's saying 3 have a short, but it's really because it's just backfeeding through the thermostat. So strangely, after disconnecting those wires, I'm not getting a short on W1, W2, or R. So was it possibly in the low voltage wiring? And I happened to move it and fix it. Not really sure. I don't really see any damage on this. It runs up a little chase there. But yeah, if I go over these same terminals now, yeah, now we're not getting it. Only on common. And then when I touch these, nothing. Nothing. That's super weird. So let's hook those back up and then see if it does it again. I don't know, that's very odd. So that looks kind of like it could potentially rub through, but doesn't seem like it is. Oops. Don't want that coming off. We're gonna, well, let's check it again now that I got the wires hooked back up. Nothing. Nothing. Something. Nothing. 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 Okay. So, let's reset it. Oh. Oh. Did I not get it reset, or did it just trip again? Oh, look at that. It's tripping immediately. Weird. I'm gonna have to look at this a little more, guys. I'll show you what I find out. So I tracked it down. I found this, which definitely was shorting out right there. However, despite having removed that, I still have a short on the W1 terminal. So we have to look at the wiring diagram and figure out where W1 goes. First, I'm just gonna see if I can find it the easy way and just look at all the wiring. It's common to find little issues up in spots like right there. So the next thing I've done to track the short is unplug this harness, which goes across to the economizer, to see if it was an issue with the economizer. That made no difference. We were still getting a short from W1 to ground. So then I unplugged this harness right here and we are getting a short on this harness on this orange wire right here, which appears to be labeled 8 and 7. So now we should be able to look at our wiring diagram, which, as you can see by the board drawing here, it doesn't actually tell us where W1 goes. It just comes out of the board. But we've figured out now that from this plug, which its pinout is laying right here, we can see what 7 and 8 are now. 7 is Y17. It must go to MRLC1. Let's see, what is manual reset limit control? So manual limit reset control, that's probably somewhere by the blower. And then manual reset limit control 2, and that's what comes back on 8. Both of those are reading as shorted. So somewhere in those 2 wires, we've got a short. That's what we've got to find out. Looking at this harness, it's these 2 orange wires, 7, 8. They appear to go across the top, through here, and then they go through that side wall, presumably somewhere. It's actually not obvious where they go after that, but that is definitely where they appear to go. But it could just be that they rubbed through somewhere in here. So we'll just move it around a little bit, see if it, if there's a little short somewhere in there, we will want to open it up. But by moving it around, sometimes you can get it to go away. I'm just going to check on those pins. Oh, look at that. It went away after we pulled on that wire, so that's gotta mean that it's up in here somewhere where this rubbed through. So we're gonna bust a few zip ties. Let this breathe a little bit. Pull these guys out so we can get a better look at them. I don't think it's good for that stuff to be all zip tied like crazy. Let's see, was it right up here? I just gotta inspect these until I find where they were shorted, but I don't really see anything immediately. Alright, so we're heating now. I looked over that orange wire where it was up in there like 3 times from the board to where it disappears over there, and I cannot find the short. All I know is after I cut the zip ties and let everything hang loose, the short went away. So maybe there was a crack in the wire somewhere and some moisture was making it trip. I don't know, but it's working now, so I think I'm just gonna leave it because it's really cold up here, and also if it is working, then I can't really find it. So hopefully that'll take care of it, but we definitely found one short on that, I think it was a thermistor lead, and I got that taped up, and then those 2 orange wires, wherever they go, hopefully that'll take care of it. It's heating now, things should be happy, so I'm gonna call it good. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys later.